Okay. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Otaku channel. My name is Sailor Poop here.
Don't ever do that again.
What's your name?
I've lost it. Fuck.
Okay, he lost it. His name is Dane, also known as I'm the Prototype. And over here you got
But
Eddie.
I'm the prototype, not you.
This is Eddie.
I'm the editor.
Bingo! So, we are going to do a review. We're going to continue with Rwby, but it's going to be volume 2. And again, spoilers. If you have not watched volume 2, back out and go watch it.
Or stay if you just don't care.
Also, if you missed our volume 1 video, I will put the link in the description down below. You can go watch that.
Better plug my dead channel too.
Let's work on getting him subscriber number 18 on I Am the Prototype. I'll put his in the description as well.
I'll eventually hit 20. Anyway.
Okay.
I think I'm joking about that too. I'm going to do that shit as a joke. I'll fucking have, like, in the description, dead channel, I Am the Prototype. Please give him 18 subscribers.
Come on, show your boy some love.
Actually, my channel is probably the dead one, even though...
No, yours just started. It's not dead.
No, I got 2. Got this one.
Should we count that one?
No.
No.
That was back before she knew what
That's
she
more-
was doing.
That's more her, like, personal channel.
Okay. I guess. Whichever's. But anyways. Which topic are we gonna talk about today, Eddie?
Well, if you've watched our last one, essentially the same
Format.
format. We're gonna try to be a little bit more. I don't know the word for it. I don't know.
Did your hamster trip again?
It did.
Okay, fine.
Like I edit the videos. Okay, I'm not here for the intellect.
Okay, fine.
Lord knows I ain't here for the intellect.
Ooh, kid, none of us are intellectuals.
Okay. We are gonna talk about best moments.
For starters.
Yes. My best moment is Yang opening up to Blake. Talking about with her and Rwby, and also talking about Summer.
If you're wanting us to say it, we're not going to say it.
I know. What is it?
Like I said, we're not going to say it.
I don't know what it is.
I have no idea what he's talking about.
I don't
either.
know. I don't know either.
What we said earlier before the show.
What did we? Oh,
There it is.
It's okay. She's already started. I'm just gonna let her go.
But basically, like Yang was telling Blake that you're focusing too much on the problem, you know, because it's eating you away. And it's because Yang, you know, she sympathized with Blake, you know, because, you know, she wants, you know, about her mom.
She understood where she, in a sense, understood where Blake was coming from, because Yang understands what it's like to be alone to an extent, because remember, she said that, you know, she took Rwby, threw her in a wagon, pulled her through the forest, and started facing Grim, and was pretty sure they were going to die. She doesn't know why her mother left. All she knows is her mother left, and her dad shut down. So she was left to fend for herself and her baby sister.
And she loved Summer. She admitted to that, because Summer filled in that spot, you know, being the
She took over the mother role
Yeah, the
and
mother
filled
role.
it well.
Mm-hmm. And Yang just wants Blake to not just, like, don't focus on that because you're gonna lose it.
It's
you
going
know?
to kill you.
It's gonna kill you. And she basically just wants her to just take it easy because Blake did look like a zombie, you know.
She hadn't slept in days.
Yep.
Hasn't hardly eaten.
Mm-hmm.
And she was bitchy.
Yeah.
Very, very bitchy.
But I love that scene between those two.
So, Dane, do you have a best moment?
Honestly, I'd have to agree with you on that one. That's probably mine. That or Jean's, if you don't get a date, I will wear a dress to the dance. And he wound up keeping that promise. And he wound up, him, Para, and everybody else at the end of that episode, as crappy of a situation as it was for just about everybody.
Mm-hmm. And also, it looked like she was in a funky mood though when she appeared to the dance.
Who?
Para.
But to say there was a lot of people in a funky mood.
Mm-hmm.
Ruby was extremely uncomfortable because she couldn't understand why Wise could fight in high heels and Ruby could barely walk in them. But, oh yeah, she was in a funky mood because she had a thing for Jean, and Jean was oblivious.
Yeah.
That put anybody in a funky mood, but at the end of the episode, everything winds up working out. They wind up having a good time. Jean does what most people do. Well, I say most people, I use that phrase lightly. If the way I saw it was, even though I make myself look like a fool, if I can make her laugh and have a good time, it was worth it. So everything ended on a good note. Well, for most people.
Here, here. Eddie, what's your best moment or moments?
Okay. So, first things first. So, Volume 2, obviously looks so much better than Volume 1. Because the success that Volume 1 had, higher-ups at Rooster Teeth kind of was just like, oh, shit, this can be a thing. Okay, we'll give you a budget now. So, all the shadow people are gone. Everyone's actually colored in.
You can tell there was a lot more detail in.
Yeah, there's a lot more
than there
detail
was
put
in
in
Volume 1.
the already existing characters as well as the new ones. The food fight was incredible. I love the food fight.
Wise! No!
Like, I want to know, like, I want to know what some of that food, like, that bread was made of, because freaking the fact that, like, that,
It never
Like,
broke.
A
There-
stale baguette. No, bull
Yeah.
crap, it did break.
it did,
Oh.
like, but freaking at one point, like, one of the baguettes actually gets, like, impaled into the ground and it just sticks straight up. It's like, what are y'all trying to give these kids?
That's still better than the bread we got at school.
Judy.
Yeah. But, no. Like, Volume 2, like, it's a good build off of Volume 1. Roman comes back as like, basically the main antagonist for that part of the series. Full swing, we get some more, just,
We get the introduction of Mercury and Emerald.
yeah, we get
Mhm.
Mercury and Emerald.
We see more Cinder.
Yep.
Yeah, we finally get introduced to Cinder instead of her being just teased. We actually like get introduced to her. We get the mech fight. It's Roman versus Team Rwby. That is awesome
Yes.
because we get to see Team Rwby actually function as a team. Let's see. We get the dance, which was good. We get John finally picking up on the fact that Pyrrha likes him.
Mhm.
We also get why Pyrrha likes him. Pyrrha likes him because of the fact that he doesn't care about who she is.
He's basically treating her normal.
Yeah, he treats her like a normal person, which is something that she's never had before.
Instead of this god.
Yeah, which I like that Professor Oobleck is the greatest of all time, especially since history is my favorite subject. So the fact that Oobleck is a history teacher and he takes that to like a whole nother level, I like really enjoyed watching that. I also like the fact that he's just like,
He's wacky.
yeah, like he's fucking so much caffeine, man. I can only imagine how much caffeine that man has consumed in his life.
I think the only person that could possibly keep up with him is Nora.
Yeah.
Yes.
But that's all natural energy for Nora.
Yeah,
Mhm.
but
One could
No,
only wish.
I also like the fact that in the last couple episodes, like with Oobleck and Team Rwby, Oobleck kind of like points out that what they're doing is a job. Like, yes, they might have their own personal little agendas attached to everything, but it's a job first, and everything else comes second, which is something that they do come to understand, and that was kind of just like mission accomplished. No, all the fights on the train were pretty good. I enjoy.
Ooh, I love that one. That's the best one. The train scene.
I like
love it.
getting to see Team Coffee fight. Like, holy, like I feel like they should have had much more screen time.
Mhm. That's the
Yeah.
only. That's the dislike for me right there. That's the dislike because I wish they had more screen time.
Yeah.
Like, maybe not for Volume 2 because like they didn't really come into play until the end. But I feel like they should have had a little bit more screen time in Volume 3. But that's for later. My favorite scene though is definitely the classroom scene with Yang and Blake, because one, we get Yang's motivation, or some of Yang's motivation for why she's doing what she's doing. Also, we get characterization for her, because really in Volume 1, they didn't know what Yang's character was going to be. And so that scene actually helps give her a character to where she's not just the brawler. Like, there's something actually behind her now.
Mm-hmm.
All while kind of kicking off something that I'm sure is going to start some shit in the comment section. Kicks off Bumblebee.
I'm sorry, y'all, but
We are not. No, don't say it.
That,
Keep it to your mouth. Keep it to yourself. Keep it to yourself. I know. I want you to, but keep it to yourself. We'll get to it eventually. But yeah, it kicks off Bumblebee. Twitch.
April's over here just squeaking.
Suck it, haters. Suck it.
hey, y'all have y'all's opinions, we have ours, okay? Y'all have y'all's shifts, we have ours.
And my opinion on this is suck it. So,
We're still on the
I think that's it for me for
the
as far as
for
like
moments.
as far as moments and stuff.
I already said the dislike for me is with Team.
It's the fact that Team Coffee's only at the end.
Yes.
Yeah. It
More
would have been
screen
nice
time.
It would have been nice to see
Yes.
a little bit more of them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Because the other teams, they get more screen time.
Well,
I
there's
want
only
this
really
one to
two
be-
teams that have been
Well, still,
introduced.
I know it's still though.
Yeah, the only like the show like already has got Team Rwby and Team Juniper. Like adding a third team to it is kind of like really straining.
At least this early on.
Plus, like Well, yeah, I kind of wish there had been a little bit more Team Coffee because I like how they're presented. Like I don't think it's necessary in Volume 2. Really, I only have like a couple little nitpicks. I don't have anything major like in last volume, so y'all can take it easy on me in the comment section for this time. Nitpick number 1 is actually from the mech fight with Team Rwby, and the fact that before that,
Is this the one I'm thinking of?
yeah, it probably is. Blake had taken her bow off because they had infiltrated a White Fang rally. At some point, she managed to tie her bow back on while running and fighting the mech. Like, it's kind of just one of those things, like, so she took time to put the bow back on, despite the fact that she was in the middle of a fight. Like, I feel like she shouldn't have had the bow on for that fight, but that's
just a little...
That's me. It's my little nitpick on that. Because I have a thing for consistency. I think my only other real nitpick is probably during the whole the breach with all the Grimm is John versus the Ursa. Like, I feel like that scene should have been a little bit more serious for John instead of more comedic. So while it was funny, like I feel like that should have been that should have been a really good John moment of just, hey, I can do this without help now from Kira. But instead they kind of like treated it kind of like a joke. And I'm just kind of like,
because he's known, as being as the comedic.
Like if that had happened
character.
if that had happened in Volume 1, that would have been fine. But I feel like in Volume 2, after he's been training with Pyrrha, after the whole dance thing that gave him like the character development I think he needed for that. I don't know. I feel like it shouldn't have been a joke. As far as, because I know this is something that people complain about, the whole Team Coffee coming in and just fucking wrecking everything. I don't know why that's a complaint y'all have, especially since when you look at how their team fights, it makes sense that they would be extremely effective in that scenario because of the fact that they're basically, like, their weapons are built for crowd control, essentially. Like, especially Coco. Coco is like the epitome of fucking what a crowd control character should be. Oh, another scene that I didn't bring up earlier that I actually did. It's not really a scene. It's more of just kind of like, I like it just because I like the character that's involved. I like the scenes with Penny.
I like the scene where she finally tells Rwby that she's not a real girl. She's a robot. And her protecting Rwby. And then asking her, are you really my friend? And it's like, of course I am.
So, yeah, I think that covers it for me.
Okay, my scenes that I like the most. Meeting Spy.
Dog in a tube.
Yes.
But don't underestimate that little dog. He can kill.
Spy is awesome.
He is. He is so cute.
On a side note, me and Darren, I've told you this. Anyway, me and my buddy were talking about this up at work a while back.
Yeah.
There has to be the 3 corgis of the anime Apocalypse. Cowboy Bebop. Ein.
Ein.
Rwby. Zwei.
Who's the third one?
We don't know, but we know it exists somewhere.
Okay, I'll take your word for it.
Because those of you that don't know, Ein, Zwei, and Drei is Russian, right? Russian or German?
Fuck if I have no idea what the fuck
It's
what you're
1,
talking
2, and
about or
3.
where you're going with this conversation.
Ein is 1, Zwei is 2, Drei is 3. We have 1 and 2. And it took us a while to figure this out. And I can tell you right now, when we figured it out, everything we were doing at work just stopped and we're like, oh my God.
I'm pretty sure you people in the comments, y'all are probably gonna comment
If you
about this.
If you know the third corgi, drop it in the comments. And correct me on what language it's from. A little off topic, but I figured cool little bit of information.
Okay, and also too, the next scene that I like as well, funny, Jean trying to ask out Weiss to the dance. I can see you doing this.
I have acoustic in the hallway. I have 3 ready to go and 1 in the closet.
Oh. If I open the door, are you gonna stop singing?
I promise I won't sing.
I lied! That was the best. And then... And also... Neptune admits that he doesn't dance. Instead of being Mr. Cool, does not want to, did not want to take Weiss to the dance. Because he cannot dance. Does it look like I care? Does it look like I care that you don't dance?
He cares.
To her, to Weiss, it seems like she doesn't care. Okay, Neptune. Stop being Mr. Cool. And also, let me see. Oh, yeah! The laser.
Oh yeah, Yang with the laser pointer for Blake.
Blake actually being a kitty.
I like how angrily Blake tries to step on the laser.
An actual cat. Oh! And also too, her being Zwei. A normal cat.
Oh yeah, that shit was funny. The fact that she gets up on top of Rwby's bed because it's the highest up. Please keep him away from all my belongings.
And also too, when they were fixing to leave, and Rwby was the last one.
She jumps over the table.
Jumps on the table. Freaking trying to avoid the dog.
Freaking Weiss, keep that mangy mud away from me. How could I ever like that little cute little face? Like she just freaking crumbles. And it's great.
And it's like, and the Ice Princess.
Way to creep out the entire fan base because we never thought that that Ice bitch would be ever able to make those kinds of faces.
And the voice too, the
cute
little widow.
That was just.
That reminds me of Weiss. Do you think I'd remember this? She's so much better. In Volume 2.
She's gotten a
lot
she still has
better. Kind of her little snarky moments, but for the most part,
she's much more manageable.
Yes.
Like I could have probably handled being in a room with her for at least 30 minutes before I was like, okay, I'm out.
I'll probably handle either 5 or 10 minutes. If I was in a room with her, 5 or 10 minutes.
So should we continue the trend of who our favorite character is for the volume?
But also too, Eddie. No, we forgot one more thing though.
What did we forget?
On the
What
on
did
volume 1, we forgot who our favorite villain is, and also volume 2 favorite villain.
It's
Oh, well, that covers me.
It's Roman for both of them.
For you?
For me.
Okay. Villain?
Favorite villain in the first one? Roman. Hands down.
I know who he's gonna say for 2,
Neo.
but she doesn't do. Oh, okay. Well, technically, she does do something.
Neo
she kicks
is-
Jay's ass.
Neo is a badass.
Yeah, she is.
Neo is a badass. And she's not even trying.
Mm-mm. But the thing, I'm stuck between best villain. I'm stuck between Neo and Mercury. I'm stuck between those two.
I liked Mercury, but like I just Roman outdoes all of them.
Roman's mouth is hilarious.
Yes, smart ass mouth.
It's like, is it good or bad, Barry? Because I gotta say, I have had quite the day. It's a little girl. That would be bad.
Okay, best character for this volume. Dang.
That's a tough one. You go for now. I'll figure this one out.
Oobleck.
Oh my god.
Dr. Oobleck. He didn't get a PhD for nothing.
Okay. Again, even though they had a short time, Coco. Because this one right here told me, I didn't see it before, but then I started to see it now. He was saying that the character out of all the Rwby characters that reminds him of me, he said that I'm Coco.
No, you're Nora.
No, she's not energetic enough to be Nora.
Bull crap.
That would be funny though.
Have fun, Josh.
Hmm.
We can't help you on that one.
Yes,
All right.
I love Coco, and I love her boots. Her badass boots.
Boots! Comment section. Boots!
And also her weapon. Oh,
It's
love
a
it.
camera.
No. That's Velvet, and that's Volume 3 stuff.
Oh!
Coco is the one that's got the fucking minigun.
Oh, is she the one that's like,
With the
you
purse.
destroyed my favorite
It's clothing store.
and you will die for it?
That's how.
Okay.
Yeah.
Also, when her minigun is folded up, I didn't notice it until actually this past time when I was rewatching it. Literally when I was rewatching it earlier. When it's in her little purse form, the little gold section that's on both sides has a meat tenderizer that she's got.
Nice.
Wow.
Fucking, that shit's gotta fucking suck to get hit with.
Okay. Mine for volume 2. I'm gonna have to surprisingly go with Weiss because of her character development and how much better she has gotten. It starts slowly leading her onto the path of best girl. Fight me.
Yang, fight me.
Weiss, fight me.
Here we go.
Yang,
Weiss,
Yang.
April,
Rwby.
gay.
I mean,
We're children.
We really are.
I would say Yang. I'm sorry, bud. You know I love Yang with all my heart. I can feel your fire coming from your eyes. But Yang is my favorite. So that ain't my fault.
I could say something, but I don't
Let's
want
not.
to.
Let's not.
Let's
I don't-
not, because we're on a good roll, and I don't want to have to do this over again.
That's true. right.
I'll say it after the recording.
Yes.
Post-production.
Oh, God.
And also, too, like Coco says, that is my story. You destroyed it. You will die. That's how I felt with FYE.
Nah. Nobody but us is going to know what that is unless they're from here.
Hooray for 90s kids. You're too short. There's a height limit.
So, who's our least favorite characters for this volume then?
Mercury, for me. He's my least favorite.
Don't crucify him, comment section. I know there's the crazy Mercury fans out there. Calm down. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
I know exactly what I'm talking about. He's a fucking douche. Pardon my
I don't-
language.
Hi, so you know how that scene just kind of just magically disappeared. Hi, how are you?
Retake. He's an ass. I just don't like him.
That's the point.
The least, I'm gonna be hearing it, but it's how I feel. For now, it's Cinder. I say for now. For now, I said.
I thought Cinder had a pretty good character through Volume 2.
It was a decent enough introduction to her. For their budget that they had anyway.
You could tell by the little bit we got off her, you could tell her she was straight up sadistic.
What's your least?
Neptune. He's a tool.
Actually, you know what? No, I retract my statement. You're right. Neptune. I forgot about him.
How do you forget about Neptune?
He's a
Well-
very easily forgettable character.
He's the biggest tool in the entire series.
Oh, speaking of Neptune, that reminds me, I forgot my favorite scene.
He's right next to Uranus.
It's a planet joke, everybody. Not a very good one at that.
No, it was freaking terrible, and I know it was terrible, but you know what? I don't care. Because it did that to her, and it's worth it.
My scene
Hamster
that
has
I
tripped.
like was whenever Yang went back to that club, and and you hear the guys,
Oh, yeah.
shut the door, she's coming.
Boom!
You're like, hi everyone.
Miss me?
She's coming. Shut the door. Shut the door. What are you idiots doing? Junior, she's here. She's... Boom!
You're like, hey everybody, miss me?
Everyone points their guns at her.
And then
She's
once-
like, what?
But then Junior comes talk to her, and she was like, you still owe me a drink. And then Neptune in the background, what a woman. And it's like, exactly.
She would have tore you a new one, fool.
And by the way, I do love her outfit right there. I love Yang's outfit right there.
I think I like everyone's outfit in that entire, like, when they go out to investigate.
Mm-hmm. I love Yang's more.
Anyway. Anything else we've forgotten to cover?
Not for me, anyway.
Yeah. I didn't really have much on this volume, so...
So I'm guessing the way that y'all are looking at me, and then I'm guessing that we are good. But also, too, I want to give a shout out to one of my good friends, Alicia, because she was supposed to be here, but she is ill. So shout out to Alicia.
Thank you.
Christ!
So,
Also, don't you dare stop that. Don't you dare. Not yet. Please hit the subscription button.
subscribe, people!
Dab on them haters.
Save an editor with each subscription.